Hello everybody, welcome to the Daily Brick. My name is Nick, and today we are looking at set number 40806, the Gingerbread AT-AT. For those of you who do say AT-AT or AT-AT, just letting you know, both ways are correct. It is up to you. I personally say AT-AT. I like spelling out the whole thing. If you think I'm wrong, comment down below and we will argue about it, because I don't care whichever way you say it, but if you're gonna point it out, let's do this. Anyways, let's get right into the set. I am absolutely in love with this thing. It is probably one of the most unique Star Wars sets we've ever gotten, just because it's based on a gingerbread house. The color used for the majority of the gingerbread is in dark orange, and that works really, really well to give off the same sort of color that real gingerbread is made of. That is awesome. I think that all of the white tiles to represent frosting work so well. I think my favorite detail is down at the feet with those big cake pieces to give off dripping frosting. That is so cool. I love the use of the spiderweb piece to give off these new Christmas lights, and they are just attached by one attachments there with like the clips, and then you've got some transparent studs underneath to represent more Christmas lights. Adorned throughout the entire set are a ton of 1x1 circular tiles to give off these little dots, probably different dots of candy. They're all in different places too. Not a lot of this is symmetric, so you do have a lot of asymmetry within the set to give off sort of a randomness that you would find in a gingerbread house. A lot of people do prefer doing it more symmetric when you are building your own, but honestly, kids, when they're putting on candy onto one of these, really don't pay attention. They just want to put the candy on, so that's perfect. I think that a lot of this set represents what a real gingerbread house would be. I am so ecstatic that there is absolutely nothing wrong with this set. I love it, and I hope that everybody else does. With the amount of back orders that it has right now on Lego.com, it's back ordered all the way until January, so Lego really was not cut out for how many orders this thing was gonna get. But yeah, this thing is super popular, and I cannot wait to get my hands on my own. This one is for the shop, so this is really, really cool. Let's go into all the little details, because I want to show you that first, and then we will talk about the minifig, which is really the star of the show. Starting at the front of the build, the head is built to look just like the AT-AT head, so this entire set is just an AT-AT, just colored a little bit differently. I'm sure you know that already. The head itself does have a panel up here at the top that does allow you to open it, so you can open it there. Unfortunately, the neck does not move at all. It is attached by some Technic pieces that does not let you put it up or down or left or right, which is unfortunate, but it's not really supposed to move, just like a gingerbread house won't. In the inside, you can see there is a little bit of a cockpit, so you can fit one minifig in there. There is only one minifig in this set, however, so you're not gonna be able to have him in the interior and the cockpit at the same time, but that is totally fine. For the sides, I'm gonna show you the blasters, and those are actually candy canes. Those are just coming from the CMF that has I'm pretty sure it's like the Sugar Plum Fairy that has these little candy cane pieces. Those pieces have since been used since then, but these are perfect for the blasters on the side. I love that so much. That is such an awesome detail. And like I said, you've got a ton of these 1x1 circular tiles here that give off little candy pieces. This head is symmetric, so you do have the same tiles on each side. The candy canes can be pointed either up or down or out. I like doing them down. It makes it look like it's sort of hooking, and those look pretty good. And then this flap just comes right back down, and there's one more circular tile right here on the forehead. Underneath, you also have, for 2 extra blasters, you have these ski pole pieces, which is awesome. We're gonna move to the legs. All 4 of them are identical. 2 of them are facing to the right, 2 of them to the left, but all of them do have the same tile printing on all of these right here. Not printing, just tile builds on the side. Those look really well, and like I said, these cake pieces look fantastic for dripping frosting down into the feet, and then they also have the ability to have these little head attachments put in there, so they do adorn the frosting with some bows. That looks really, really nice. I really like that. And like I said, the other side on the legs are the exact same, just same build on all sides. I think that's totally fine, and like I said, a lot of people do their gingerbread houses symmetrically, so this is perfect. For the main build, the body is actually fairly simple build. It's just using some different clip pieces to give off these different angles of the AT-AT, but you can lift up the panels, and on the inside we do have Vader sitting inside right there. I will zoom in so you guys can see a little bit better, but Vader is sitting on the interior, and he just looks awesome. I don't know if you guys can see that as well, and I'm pretty sure that is really good right there. Yep, that works right there. So you can actually see that up front you have a little ball joint right there. I'm not sure what that is supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be a diorama of the Death Star, which would be really funny. In the back, you have some presents back here. There's not really a whole lot else going on in the front or the back. It's really the center that gets your attention the most. Right in front of Vader, you do have a small Christmas wreath, and right next to that are two of these corner tiles that are being used as stockings. You have one in red and one in green, and those are both hanging over a small brick-built fireplace. I'm sure you can see the transparent orange back there so that you can see the fireplace. Vader does actually sit snugly right in there. His head doesn't even hit the top, so it is a good amount of space in there. You can't put a second minifig. It really is only meant for one. He does have a candy cane sitting next to him, and then on the back wall, and I will show you that too because that is a pretty cool detail. On both of the panels, you have these Christmas wreaths sitting on the panels of both doors, so that is awesome. They've got the red leaf piece, and that looks like just bows hanging down right there, and then you can see all the way through. The Vader does, again, fit snugly inside, and he, unfortunately, does not have a candy cane lightsaber. I thought that would have been an amazing opportunity for this set. They didn't do that. You're more than welcome to switch it out, though. I'm pretty sure that's why they give you another one. So, yeah, to each his own. If you want the one with the candy cane, I personally will be doing it with the candy cane. I think that's hysterical, but yeah, I wish that was like the base version of it. The Vader minifig is molded in medium nougat. He looks so good. He is contesting the color of the dark orange for the gingerbread a little bit. I think this one looks a little bit more natural. They do use this color for all the gingerbread minifigs that we've gotten before in like CMFs and that one Christmas set. So this is just fantastic. He lines up with all of those minifigs. He looks great. The new molds in this new color for Vader is just fantastic. I'm going to start with the helmet. It's just the normal Darth Vader helmet in the two-piece segments. And again, they're just printed in medium nougat. So you can actually see that underneath, he does not have any face printing. It's just another medium nougat head. So that is not unique to the set. That's not unique to the Vader. I wish they did do some sort of gingerbread Vader helmet or head print underneath. That would have been really cool. Unfortunately, they didn't, but that is all right. Maybe we will get one in the future if this line continues with more sets. The torso is fantastically printed. There's some nice frosting lines for the little dials that he has on his chest and just the nice detail lines throughout. You'll also see underneath there's some speckles for where the actual gingerbread cookie would be. His cape is so good. Don't even get me started. The frosting line that runs all the way from point A to point B on the other side of the neck, so it goes from one side of the neck to the other. It runs along the entire thing. I've never seen a cape this detailed before. You can also see these speckles on the back that represent the different cookie parts right there. And then again, that frosting line is just so good. On the back, he does have some fairly simple printing, just some more gingerbread details. So he's got two more lines back there on the back towards the bottom, and then he's got a couple more lines up towards his neck. His legs follow suit with all of this amazing printing. You can see just some printing down at his toes, up into his belt, and down into the knee area. It just works so well. All the printing here is just fantastic. And like I said when I was talking about the AT-AT earlier, he does have a candy cane sitting next to him inside of the ship, so you can actually take the lightsaber blade and replace it with a candy cane. I think that looks so much better. I think that's hysterical, so I'm definitely going to keep it like this. LEGO definitely needs to continue doing sets like this. I think that with the sales of this set alone, it will show them that these sets are completely worth it to the fans. I think that more out there, zany figs, zany builds for themes that we do not usually get things like this. Star Wars is known for having their big blob black and gray ships that really just kind of sit on the shelves as shelf warmers. So I think having something unique on the shelf is perfect, especially if you're a big Christmas person. They really nailed the market on this one. A lot of people are in love with doing Christmas decorations, especially LEGO lovers. They love doing Christmas dioramas and Christmas things around their own house, and I think a Christmas AT-AT, especially for Star Wars fans, is just fantastic. That is going to be all for now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.